Super excited to chat today about the pros and cons of Nashville, Tennessee. Nashville is one of the fastest growing cities in the United States, with an average of 104 people moving here each and every day. What's all the fuss about? Is Nashville the place to be? What are some of the things you may not love about the city? Whether you call it Music City, Cashville, or Nash Vegas, one thing is certain: there is always something to do each day and every single night. If you're considering living in Nashville, you probably want the honest scoop on the city, right? That being said, it's not all glamour and glitz living in Nashville. As someone who's entrenched themselves into the local community and spends a majority of their time networking with business owners and leaders, I've had tons and tons of experiences while living here, and I am going to provide the input into what is amazing and what isn't so amazing living in Nashville. My name is Jim Morris with Bradford Real Estate. Let's go. Before we get into the cons of living in Nashville, let's start with the pros. Pro number one: excellent nightlife. Along with its epic music scene, Nashville has some of the best nightlife in the country. Nashville's nightlife is similar to New Orleans, but much cleaner. Whether you're looking to see some live music at a dive bar or prefer a more intimate lounge where you can enjoy a craft cocktail, there's something for everyone in Nashville, Tennessee. We're talking sports bars, speakeasies, clubs, pubs, breweries, rooftop lounges, taverns, anything you can dream of in downtown Nashville and other hip neighborhoods. Notable nightlife destinations include Attaboy Cocktail Bar, the Patterson House Cocktail Bar, Red Door, Bearded Iris Brewery, Jason Aldean's, and Tootsie's on Broadway. Pro number two: plenty of outdoor places for you to enjoy in and surrounding Nashville. When you start living in Nashville, then you will discover that there are numerous walking trails, exercise areas, and other outdoor activities that you can enjoy every day of the week. You can head out to visit the lakes, take a road trip to the Great Smoky Mountains, or go cycling around your favorite park. Try heading out to Centennial Park to see an exact replica of the Greek Parthenon. Don't forget about the waterfall scene. There are tons of amazing waterfalls, from large to small, including Cummings Falls, Machine Falls, Twin Falls, and even Virgin Falls. You will discover that there are places where the city can feel like a concrete jungle, but there are also 85 miles of greenway to enjoy, 190 miles of trails to walk, and over 90 parks to explore after you start living here in Nashville, Tennessee. Pro number three: low unemployment rate. Nashville has tons of job opportunities and continued growth in different sectors, from manufacturing to tech startups. It's one of the fastest growing metro areas in the United States, with an unemployment rate that's extremely low. It doesn't usually take residents very long to find a job. In fact, there are often more open positions available than those that can be filled. In recent years, many young professionals have flocked to Nashville to build their careers and grow. Major companies have anchored their business and built headquarters here in Middle Tennessee. Pro number four: unbeatable music scene. There's a reason why this city is called Music City. We certainly couldn't list the pros and cons of Nashville without covering the music scene. The city was built on its love for songwriting and country music, and it's home to some of the greatest venues in the country. From the famous Grand Ole Opry to the Ryman Auditorium to more intimate spots like Bluebird Cafe and the Back Corner, there's so much to see and hear in Music City. It's not just country music either. Bands and recording artists from virtually every genre make their way through Nashville. Live music is definitely a pro on your tally list. Pro number five: the amazing food scene. One of the best things about living in Nashville is the incredible cuisine. If you love tacos, enjoy a great steak, are obsessed with barbecue, or even Southern fare, you'll be in absolute heaven. Hot chicken is one of the city's staples, and it all began at Prince's Hot Chicken here in Nashville, Tennessee. For some of Tennessee's top-rated barbecue, head over to Martin's, Jack's, or Mission Barbecue. Other must-eats include Hattie B's, Carne Mari, Henrietta Red, or Butcher and Bee. Wow, what a great selection. Pro number 6, tons and tons of amazing coffee shops. If you're a coffee drinker, you'll appreciate the excellent coffee shops here in Nashville. With tons of locally owned cafes and coffee houses, you won't have to look far to have a wonderful, great cup of coffee. Barista Parlor is one of the most well-known coffee shops, and it partners with local bakeries, artists, and producers to create a warm, welcoming ambiance at its 5 locations across town. Other notable coffee shops include the award-winning Crema. They're zero waste and carbon neutral, as well as Ugly Mugs, which hosts live music. Another staple within the city is Red Bicycle and Stay Golden. Pro number 7, multiple professional sports teams. Sports fanatics living in Nashville have a lot to cheer about. Considering the city is relatively small compared to other sports cities, it's a breath of fresh air that they have multiple sports teams. NFL fans can catch the Tennessee Titans right downtown at Nissan Stadium. We also have the Nashville Predators, which is the NHL team that competed in the 2017 Stanley Cup Finals. We've also got the Nashville Soccer Club for those MLS fans with a brand new stadium built in 2022. They also have a minor league baseball team called the Sounds and often host several other sports teams at the local stadiums and arenas across the city. With over 7 universities in the city, there are also tons of college sports to watch in and around Nashville. Now that we have reviewed the pros, let's discuss the cons of living in Nashville, Tennessee. Con number 1, bachelorette party capital of the world. This may be a pro for you, but as a resident, you will certainly see the disruption in daily life due to all the bachelorette parties roaming around town. Nashville has traditionally been a popular tourist destination because of its history, culture, food, and incredible music scene. But for the average resident, the presence of tourists may not be super desirable, making it tough to enjoy some of the things that the city offers. Bachelorette parties flock to Nashville, and there are consistent instances of binge drinking, rowdy crowds, and publicly inappropriate occurrences. If there isn't a bachelorette twerking in the streets and screaming at the top of their lungs 24/7, you must not be in Nashville, Tennessee. Con number 2, public transportation system could definitely be better. Public transportation in Nashville is lacking compared to almost every other major city. The only public transit option is WeGo Public Transit, which is the bus line service. However, the routes don't cover all or even most of the sprawling metro area. Considering Nashville's rapid growth, the city could really use a train system, potential streetcars, or a more comprehensive bus service. If you're moving to Nashville, do not count on public transit as your only or even primary way to get around the city. Con number 3, where is the ocean? Don't forget, Tennessee is landlocked. It's clearly not hidden that Tennessee is surrounded by land and there is no access to the massive bodies of water like the ocean. If you like to surf and enjoy beach days during the summer, this may not be the place for you. Although Tennessee does not have access to the ocean, it does have access to many large lakes within reasonable distances from greater Nashville. Although there are lakes, if you are seeking waves and salt water, we won't be able to provide that, unfortunately. A lot of Tennesseans travel during the summer to Alabama or Florida since it's the closest commute to the ocean, coming in at about 7 hours from Nashville. Con number 4, allergies are not your friend here. If you suffer from seasonal allergies, you can expect to do a lot of sneezing throughout the spring and the summer in Nashville, Tennessee. With almost off-the-charts pollen counts, the city is ranked as one of the worst places for outdoor allergies in the US. Stock up on allergy meds to get through the season and get ready for the ride. Con number 5, lots and lots of traffic. One thing to consider before moving to Nashville is the overall amount of traffic and the time it takes to commute into the city. Since the city doesn't have the robust public transportation options, most people drive their own cars to work, to school, and to everywhere else they need to go. As the city continues to grow, more vehicles are in more transit. With more vehicles in transit, we continue to see a consistent buildup of traffic in several popular areas of town. Con number 6, super humid weather. Another thing to keep in mind about the warm season in Nashville is the exceedingly humid weather. Many states throughout the South endure sticky, hot summer months, and Nashville is no exception. Some people don't mind it, and it usually only lasts about 4 months, but if your home, car, and place to work don't have air conditioning, it's pretty bad. Plus, the best time to visit Nashville is spring and fall, as both are pleasantly mild. Con number 7, there can be religious expectations placed on you when living in Nashville, Tennessee. It is not unusual for someone to ask you or your family where they go to church, and if you're having a conversation somewhere in the city, it most likely will get brought up. Almost every street has at least one Christian church in the area, thanks to the city's location as the official buckle of the U.S. Bible Belt. There are other options too, such as Islamic centers, synagogues throughout the city, but on the average day, you may see strangers trying to put you on the defensive if your beliefs don't match with theirs. Now that we have gone over the top pros and the cons of living in Nashville, it's up to you to make your decision. Will I see you roaming around Broadway, or are you planning on moving somewhere else due to the cons of living here? Follow me on Instagram at @TheRealJimMorris for more tips and videos related to the wonderful city of Nashville, Tennessee.